Hi, as you can see, we've gotten lots of snow this winter and it's been pretty darn cold too, which needless to say has made it so I haven't really wanted to go out too much and make videos into the weather, but I have a nice sunny morning this morning. We're into the new year and Mercury goes direct today, so it's time to get back to work. My name is Stacey Couch and my website is wildgratitude.com. You can go there to find out the services I offer. And this is going to be a continuation of a previous video. I talked a while back about specialties in shamanism and what those are. But before I go too much ahead, I want to review quickly and give you a reminder of what that means. Just like in Western medicine, when we have orthopedic doctors, pediatricians, hematologists, cardiothoracic surgeons, general practitioners, we have the same thing in shamanism. There are areas of specialization and then there are specialists within those areas. So just because you might have gone to one or two shamanic workshops or seen a couple or one shamanic practitioner, that doesn't mean that you've seen the whole field of what shamanism has to offer. And that's what I'm trying to give you insight into in both the last video and this one. Of course, a couple days after I finished the last video, I realized that, I missed a couple things. It's really hard to encompass any topic in a 10 or 15 minute video. So I thought I would follow up today with the couple little tidbits, loose strings that I missed. You might recall from the video on specialties in shamanism that I talked about 3 specific areas that these specialties fall into. There is the cleansing or clearing area. There is healing. And then there is the area of the spiritual leader or spiritual leader for the community, really like in the role like a priest would play. And of course, there's overlap among all of those, but it helps us at least to get a good idea of what a shamanic practitioner does. They clear, they heal, and then they offer spiritual guidance. So one of the specialties that I missed that I think is a really important one, so I definitely wanted to get back to it, and here we are, is psychopomping. Sounds like a very funny word, and I think if you look it up in the dictionary, it's not in there, which drives me a little crazy when I'm writing things and the spell check comes on and gets mad at me about that word. But it's a word, it's used in shamanism, and it means helping souls cross over to the other side. So when someone passes, their body no longer ceases to be alive, pumping blood, breathing. And then the soul, the part of us, that eternal part of us that lives beyond the body, leaves the body, and then where does it go, right? Well, from the shamanic practitioner's point of view, the soul can either be here in this world or it can cross over to the other side. And psychopomping is the act of helping that soul cross over to the other side to finish up any karma or business they have in this life and cross over. Of course, that makes many people think of ghosts, which, yes, it does fall into that area, and helping clear ghosts out of house, helping those ghosts let go of their house, their land, whatever karma they had in this life that they are still clinging to, and help them cross over to the other side and be completely unattached and set free from this life and this world. That definitely plays in. There's another piece, though, that I think people might forget about, which has to do with being there at the moment of someone's passing and helping them cross, helping that crossing be swift and helping be there as a companion for them. Not only does it help someone who's in the dying process have a sense of relief about knowing that they have that support there, but it also helps their loved ones and their family in the midst of that process. So a shamanic practitioner may be also a hospice care worker or may work in tandem with someone in hospice. And we forget to, I hope not too much, our furry friends. So our pets, our animals and pets. The shamanic practitioner can also be a psychopomp, that's the specialist's name, for our pets, for those companions. And that's actually something that I I specialize in. I've been there through the crossings of many different animals, and either just been there as a companion as they cross over to the other side, or if they need assistance as a guide. So hopefully that clears that up. That, I would say, psychopomping falls into the realms of either healing or clearing both. Obviously, you're clearing out any karma, any attachments for that soul, and then the healing is helping them cross over to the other side and reach ultimate union with the spirit world or with all that is, because help them go back to their source, because that's the ultimate end of that process. Okay, and there's one more specialty that I forgot about, which is rites of passage. That's a pretty big one, and that obviously falls under the spiritual leader, spiritual guide arena of shamanism. And someone who's working with rites of passage is obviously leading those ceremonies, guiding someone through it, helping them cross the threshold from one life or time period or group into another. So we had those in the church, and a lot of people have now left the churches for a various number of reasons. But one of the things that got lost that's really important are these rites of passage. So things like baptism or confirmation. Marriage too is another rite of passage, from being an individual to now being part of a unit, of a partnership. And so shamanic practitioners can help with these rites of passage, even the breaking up or dissolution of a relationship, a marriage or a partnership. I have been of assistance in a couple of different rites of passage along those lines. And it's important to hallmark those events in our lives, to do an outward ceremony, to actually acknowledge the big change that's happening in your life, and go through the ritual of crossing over from one life into another. We live multiple lives within this one. I hear people say oftentimes, "Oh, that seemed like another lifetime ago." And that's because between now and back then, there was some sort of rite of passage that happened. And shamanic practitioner can really step in and help make that fulfilling, beautiful process where there is completion, there is honoring of what has passed, what contributed to the life that you're now moving into, and then an opening up and a beautiful acceptance of what's to come, and excitement as well. So there's celebration involved. You can have a feast involved with that as well. It's just a really beautiful opportunity to contribute to our growth. So 2 things, psychopomping and rites of passage. Thank you for listening in today. Once again, my website is wildgratitude.com. You can go there to learn about the specialties that I work in, and also get in touch with me if you have any questions or would like to start up some work together with me. Thank you for joining me so much, and I look forward, hopefully sooner rather than later, to the next time that I get to speak with you. Have a great day.